Mexicanos. Listen, Swifty Blue, don't nobody want to listen to you. Don't nobody want to listen to your music. Your music don't move or shift anything. I would listen to Glorilla before I listen to Swifty Blue. Because it's for the fact of this, Mexicanos. Why do Mexicanos rap? I'm not saying that Mexicanos don't have the ability to rap, but why? If y'all not gonna talk about the real issues, the real challenges, the real things that y'all face, I don't want to hear about no gang, but I don't want to hear about none of that. I don't want to hear about who y'all having sex with. I don't want to hear none of that. We know y'all got the toxic agriculture, so yeah, y'all can talk about selling the toxic agriculture. Okay, we get it. We understand that. We talk about it because you know why. Y'all know that relationship there. So, okay, and our music is understandable because it's a means of production. It's a means of financial progress. But for y'all, I don't never hear about them barrios. I don't never hear about that immigration. I don't never hear about having to flee because that cartel too heavy in the city. Y'all don't never talk about that. Y'all don't never talk about how y'all protected, if any, y'all folks or any of y'all folks from them folks that run that country in an organized manner with toxic agriculture. I don't hear y'all talking about Abuela working 2 or 3, 4 jobs. Abuelo dipping out on Abuela and y'all, she being left to raise all y'all. We don't hear these stories. We don't hear about dad having to stay back in Mexico because he didn't want to come to the U.S. or he just don't have it. He don't have the means. He don't have the proper documentation. Something he did or something he has inside of him that doesn't allow him to want to go with his family or allow him to be permitted to go with his family across that border. So how can he really call himself a man if he can't even control his environment? He can't even control his woman and what she does with the children. He can't control his household because now she done bent off. She done burnt off to the U.S. and he's still in Mexico, content and complacent. And we don't talk about how y'all don't ever talk about how the dad or how the mom is in Mexico but not sending them pesos over to support them kids. Y'all don't talk about the abandonment when people come over here to the America from Mexico. It's a lot of things that Mexicanos in that rap don't talk about. That's why I don't want to hear it. Because all the rest of it is fraud. Nobody care about what's going on in the streets. It's real socio-economical going on. I don't hear about them green cards. I don't hear about them visas being rejected and denied. I don't hear about how as a little boy you cried because you couldn't go over that border with your mama or your daddy. And it took some time. Where the real stories at? Because we go through traumatic experiences too, but we put it in the song. That's what this was birthed out of. Trauma from all the prejudice, discrimination, or the murder with the lynching, or the segregation, all of it. Civil rights, all of it. And now today, people feel liberated through the streets. So now you hear that. And people are degenerately. People are now using the utmost idiocy to find their identity through criminal acts. But we know that's what we're facing. What are y'all facing? Who commit the most crime in Mexico? Because I hear Mexicanos talking about, blacks commit almost 90% of violent crimes. So who commits 90% of violent crimes in Mexico? Let me hear it. Yeah, we know what it is. Who just recently terrorized the city in Mexico because they got locked up for being associated and affiliated with that toxic agriculture that they pushing in society. intoxicating society. Where's the law of the land now? Where the gangsters at now? Where the Serranos at now? Who care about their people, who care about their families, who still got family in Mexico that can't get across that border. How are y'all stand-up men? Who lobbying? Who's lobbying? Where the gangsters in the lobby? Fighting for their people. I want to hear about that. But you know what? Like I said, y'all delusion. Y'all live in delusion and y'all frauds. So put the music, leave the music alone. Swifty Blue. You don't have to get signed to no black executive. Don't nobody want a Swifty Blue anyway. Nobody want nobody with no name like that. Swifty Blue. You got the name of a child. That sounds like a kid superhero in an animation. Swifty Blue. Like, yo, listen. Yes, I'm glad you say that. Keep it that way. Keep it to where we stay with our people and y'all stay with y'all. That's what I advocate for. Because y'all are the hermanos and hermanas of the Barbara, of them folks over there that defeated y'all and took all y'all land. Y'all now brothers and sisters with them. Y'all are procreating with them significantly, way more than us. We fighting. We battling. We using coercion. We doing it. We doing it all. It's a lot of movement going on that y'all ain't going. That y'all is not even for y'all to be literate about. But y'all Mexicanos, I'm telling you, America can survive without y'all. The culture of America can survive without y'all. That's the cold hard truth. But the culture of America cannot sustain itself without us. Put it. Okay. Let's put that into reality. We wake up tomorrow, and that's the reality of America. Watch how industries and sectors and everything else fall. Significant drops. Just watch. But don't degrade the very foundation of the country that y'all having to run through waters, rivers, lakes, all types. Dodge Marshalls. In order to create a better life for yourselves under the laws that we establish.